Welcome to Hiit. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. All you need today is a pair of light weights or cans or whatever you got lying around. Light ones of those, because we're going to be doing this motion with the weights and this motion with the weights. So you're going to want to have them pretty low weight. I'd say definitely under 5 pounds. And then you're also going to need a mat. That's it. We have 2 rounds through, 1 minute on, 20 seconds off, 3 different segments. One is primarily upper body, one is primarily lower body, and one is a little bit of core. I will tell you right now, some of the core stuff, doing it for a minute is going to be tough. So we are going to pace ourselves and we're going to be fine. Easy and as difficult as that. So we do not have any high intensity jumping today. So we won't do any high intensity jumping in our warm up. So let's just march. And swing those arms a little bit. Get yourself warm. You can swing a little bit bigger, march a little bit bigger if you want. And I'm still marching, but I'm squatting down. I'm coming up. Squatting down, coming up. 2 more times. Squatting down, coming up. Squatting down, coming up. Walk side to side. Shoes are all wet. I don't recommend working out in wet sneakers. Let's do a little butt kick. And let's add in some arms for just punching to the front or pulling. Let's pull. We always punch. Let's pull. Let's keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross behind. Just tap that foot. Now let's bring your arms up and pull down. Keep the arms where they are and now touch in front. March in place. Take your arm, open it up, bring it back in. Let's do other side, open and close. We're just continuing to move around with the lower body. And let's do both. Open, close. Every time I come down, I'm crossing over differently. Opening up as big as I can. Warming up the shoulders. And let's roll them back. And roll them forward. And let's do some chickens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Stop your chickens. Little squats. Now let's do a little squat with a pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up, reset, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 3 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. All right. right, I want you to march in place, and I'm going to go over the grouping for our segment for A. So it's all lower body. We have alternating lunges is exercise A. Exercise B, we're going to squat wide. We're going to squat narrow. Squat wide and squat narrow. Then we have squat, lift to the side, squat, lift to the side. And then we have kneel, stand up. Next time you come up, you're going to lead with the other leg. Those are our 4 exercises for lower body. If you would like to grab weights and use those for our squats and lunges, I'm not going to tell you not to, but we are going to be doing a lot of little pulses and lunges and movements, so you probably won't need them. But if you have your little weights close by and you want to use them, cool. Or you can do them without, like I'm doing. So it's 1 minute on, 20 seconds off, ABCD, ABCD, break, and we'll set up for our upper body segment, okay? All right, so it's alternating lunges first. You can lunge back. You can lunge forward. You can do one time through, we can lunge back, and the other time through, we can lunge forward. I think that's what I'm going to do. You can match my speed. You can do a different speed. You can also match my depth, or you can go a different depth. This is a low intensity HIIT today, which kind of sounds silly because the H in HIIT stands for high and the next I is intensity, but you can make exercises your own all the time. And most people don't know what a LIT class is an L-I-I-T, which would be low intensity interval training, which is technically what we're doing today. So narrow squat, wide squat, narrow squat, wide squat. Now, if you wanted to add high intensity, you could hop back and forth between the two. But that's if you wanted to make it high intensity. What you can also do, you can stay low the whole time. Oops. Mess it up. Make sure you're sitting back, even if you have to put a chair behind you as a touch point for your glutes. And okay, now we have a squat with a leg lift out to the side, so make sure you're not going to hit anything. My feet are just right underneath my shoulders here. Squat and out. And we're not swinging this leg. It's slow, controlled. I'm the boss. You're the boss. Your leg is not the boss. Twenty more seconds. And now we have that kneel to stand. This kneel to stand can be as pretty or as ugly as you want to make it, but just make sure that you're alternating which leg is coming up first. Get ready. Get set. Okay, I'm squatting down and standing up. Halfway. And if you need to use your hands, I would rather you not push up if you don't have to, but I understand sometimes you just do. So just be very cognizant that you're doing it and make sure you're equaling out on both sides. Okay, we're gonna go through that whole thing again, starting with the alternating lunges. So now I'm gonna lunge forward this time. You wanna match me cool? If not, you do you. Okay. I like just adding in that additional little brain component. And one thing I know that I do with my lunges, I come down on my knee harder than I should. So I really need to work on the deceleration of my knee so I'm in control while gravity's not. So if you're doing something similar, pay attention. Number one, it's not good to have your knee bouncing off the ground. But number two, you're not in control. Ten more seconds. Make sure you equal out when you stop. Narrow squat, wide squat, narrow squat, wide squat. And I guess I should say it the right way. Wide, narrow, narrow. Saying it's the easy part. All right. Squat, squat. More than halfway done. 21 seconds left. Squats with a leg lift. Feet are right underneath my shoulders, perfect line all the way down. Okay, ready? Squat, a lift. Make sure you're still sitting back. Make sure your back is still flat. Even if you lean over a little bit, like I'm doing, my back is still flat the whole time. Ten seconds. All right, and then the kneels stands. And then we get a little bit of a break to reset and start group number 2. We start this in 5 seconds. Okay. Down. 30 seconds down, 30 to go. And then this exercise is done. Ten seconds. Okay, you have 1 minute and 20 seconds. Grab some water. Still keep your mat out. And if you haven't grabbed your small weights, grab them now. Okay, so our exercises for our group number 2, we have disco arms. So we're going to be coming here, lifting out and back down. We're rotating the body. We're going to do right side, left side. And then we have a V squeeze in our prone position, which is on our stomach. We're going to lay down on the ground. Then we're going to make a V with our arms. We're just going to lift up and back down. And then we have push-ups. And then we have bracket raises with having our weights in our hands, making a bracket up, making a bracket down. Starting in 15 seconds with those disco arms. I'm raising one side and down, other side and down. And I would prefer if you can rotate your upper body too. So your arm is moving, and then when you get to the top, you're doing a torso rotation. Okay, down on the ground. Those V raises. Arms are out. Starting in 5 seconds. So it's like a Superman, but our arms are out. Now, you only want to lift your upper body. Cool beans. Sometimes lower body just kind of comes up for the ride, and if that's the case, just go with it. We're not holding our breath. 20 seconds left. Okay, push-ups are next. On your knees or on your toes. You can always start on your toes and drop down to your knees. The only thing I ask is that whatever depth you decide that you're going to go down, make sure it's consistent through all the push-ups. And if you need to take a break, you take a break. A minute's a long time. "26 seconds. "15. 5 more seconds. Okay, we have bracket raises. Coming out, up, out, and down. Okay. Up, down, up, and down. And if this is too heavy for you, you can always do one arm and then the other. That makes a big difference. Or you can bend the elbows. Just make sure when you come in here that you don't hit yourself. Between the push-ups and these bracket raises, your shoulders should be feeling it. I know mine are. 15 more seconds. And then we start at the top with those disco arms again. Okay, take a second. So remember, Friday, the class that I teach at lunchtime, the fitness challenge, is now an express class, so it's only 30 minutes. Because you got a lot of stuff to get in that 30 minutes. But I know sometimes 45 just doesn't work. Okay, open, close. Other side, open, close. "25 seconds. And then we're down on the ground. Those V squeezes. Okay. Now that's on the ground. 8 seconds, take a little load off. Okay, up and down. I'm holding mine about a second and a half or 2. You can hold yours longer. Just don't hold your breath. 23 seconds. Ten. 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Just one more round of push-ups. Starting in 10 seconds. You can also do the push-ups on the wall too. If push-ups on your knees is just too much for you today, maybe you come down halfway. That's another option too. Ten seconds. Whew. Okay, bracket raises. Then our last set of exercises is totally going to be on the ground. So hopefully you have a mat. You don't need your weights anymore. Getting tired, but we're continuing to work. 10 more seconds. Right. We have hamstring marches, planks, scissors, and shoulder taps. Get my nice comfy mat, because just because you're working out doesn't mean you can't be comfortable. I swear I could camp on this thing, it's so comfy. Okay, so we have our hamstring marches. What you're going to do is you're going to lay on your back. And you're going to come up to a bridge, and you're going to walk out, walk in, and we're staying on our heels the whole time here. Then we're going to roll over and do a plank. Then we're going to roll back here and do scissors. And then we're going to roll back over in our plank and do shoulder taps. So you're constantly flipping over every time. Maybe if you don't know what's next, know just to roll that body over. Alright, we're starting those marches in 7 seconds, so get comfy. Ugh. Bring those heels as close as you can. Lift those hips, march in and out. And you can march as far out as you want. It's just going to activate those hamstrings a little bit more. And yes, I do realize that we're doing 2 planks in this round. So So that's 4 minutes of planking total, I do realize that. But on the second one, when we're doing the shoulder taps, you can always be on your knees. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Flip it over. Plank time. Now we're on our forearms here, and we're on our toes. If you are planking here, that's fine, but today I'm demonstrating a plank on my forearms to take those shoulders out of the mix, because we're going to do the shoulder taps second round. Okay. Going to my happy place, I'm singing a little song in my head. We're halfway there. "17 seconds. 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it, flip back over. So you can either be on your elbows here or have a flat back, totally your choice, but we're going for this motion with our legs. If you want to make it easier, have your legs up in the air, straight up. The farther you come from your hips and come closer to the ground, the harder it's going to be. So you can be up here having a grand old time, or you can make it more difficult and be here. And if you're here, you're going to take breaks. "33 seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one is my arch nemesis for today. Okay, back on our plank position. This time we're on our hands and either our knees or our toes, and we're tapping the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. And we're trying to rotate the body as little as possible here. And if you're in a little bit of a pike position, don't worry about it. Worry about the back position a little bit more for our regular planks. And these shoulder tap planks, as long as you feel like you're in control and your back isn't hunched, you're okay. "20 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back through one more time. We're going to start with those hamstring marches. This is our last 4 minutes of work. So do your best. Work for it. You're almost at the edge of the tunnel. Out, out, in, in. Your hands are just wherever they need to be. They need to be down on the ground to help with your balance. Totally cool. Up in the air behind your head. "25 seconds. "13. 5, 4, 3, 2, flip it over. Time for your plank. Now, I don't mean one plank should be sloppy and one plank should be messy, but if you're gonna concentrate so much more on staying still, it's during this one and a little bit of kind of keeping your balance in the second. 35 seconds. "23. 17. 12. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Scissors. I'm going to try my best to stay low this time, but I'm probably going to take a lot of breaks, so don't judge me. All right. "24 seconds left. Final 10. You do it with me? 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my feet were like lead. Okay. Shoulder taps and then we're done. Three, 2, 1. "30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome. Okay, grab some water and then come back down to your mat and we will stretch you out. have a seat. And bring your feet to touch. Knees out to the side. And just lean forward, flat back. Oh, 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Reach it down. And switch. Release, roll onto the side, and pull a foot back, butt stretch. Switch it up, other leg. Release, sit however you would like. Tricep stretch. And switch arms. Release, open that chest up nice and big. Spine twist one way. Spinal twist the other way. Come back to the center. Make your fist, pull that hand down. Other side, same thing. Pull it down. Release, roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders front. Take your hand, put it on the side of your head and bring that ear towards that shoulder. We're not pulling here, it's just the weight of our hand. Nice neck stretch. Other side. Release, roll onto all fours. Take 1 foot, cross it back, lean back. Feeling a nice stretch right here. Okay, switch it out. Other side, same thing. Bring that knee back in, roll back, come on to your toes, and roll yourself up. Awesome work. Thanks for coming. Hopefully I'll see you next week, and if you want that half hour, 30-minute express going on for Friday, I'll see you 12:15 on Friday.